All right. So talking on like the organization of the market and its liquidity. Okay.
Right,
So the reason why I bring it up in that way exactly is because when we're seeing evidence of both sides of the marketplace at once, and again, I mean, buy and sell side liquidity are above and below us at all times. But what makes it difficult to like the average person is that um like up or down is typically actually not the actual hard part. What is like the hard part necessarily is like you have highs and then we also have like extreme lows, right?
yeah,
Okay. Now, realistically, right? Looking at this, okay. Now, inside the week, right? It was really, really consolidated, right?
right,
Okay. Now, with this consolidation, it makes people uncomfortable only because we talked on this before, but when we talk about support and resistance style traders, and again, doesn't have to be like completely like all the stuff that we do and with algorithms and special stuff like that. Just like the average person who can come on and like look at the chart will see like something like this and be like, wow, like holy crap, like this is going to give some sort of, you know, resistance because this right here is such a big candle, number one. And even if they know about fair value gaps or don't, we understand the logic to a fair value gap, right? And again, me being on a 1 hour chart, and notice how this being like a full fucking day, right?
yeah.
Okay. Now, mind you, when you're looking at this huge imbalance, the first thing that comes to your mind, you're like, okay, well, regardless of the time frame, the function is the same. So if I'm looking at a high or lower time frame PD array, I understand that. Now, watch this specifically. Do you see where we came up here, right?
Yeah.
And we came up here again. I want to talk about all these. Do you see where we came up here again? Yeah.
Yes.
And today we finally did what?
We took it out the fair
Finally,
value,
finally filled it.
field
Finally.
it. Mm,
Now it's funny, right? Only because when we're looking at like a Monday, like the way we can see it, this is definitely like a consolidation. You're going to want to scout if you're in this area, okay?
yeah.
But my problem is, like we talked about before, liquidity is like the biggest thing in the marketplace, and understanding it after a while comes with practice. But when we're talking about like the organization of the marketplace plus your personal trade plan, right? This makes it extremely difficult for the average person because in their mind, they're only trying to decide, hey, is this up or down? You know what I mean? They're not being
Yeah.
intentional how I taught you to be. Well, is it up for the session? Is it up for the day? Is it up for the week? Is it down for 5 minutes? You know what I mean? So the average person gets uncomfortable only because they're saying to themselves, "Hey, I don't know if I'm comfortable with no, my bad. I'm like on tent mode on the computer. I gotta flip the fucking screen. There we go. So realistically, they're looking at all this and they're saying, okay, this must be resistance, right?
Right.
And the funny part is the same way that we talk about days and things like that. It's not that retail is completely ignorant of, some form of targeting, right? So
Mm,
the same thing if they say support and resistance, right? They know that this dropped down significantly, right? So what do you think that, because we have news on the Friday and the Thursday, right? All of this, like we talked about, is so engineered. And by the time we start talking about like, entry hacks and how to get in here individually each one of these days, and then I really want to talk about this uh Asia to London to New York today, because that's
Yeah.
really of interest to me. But what I'm saying is all of this is like so well played out, bro, that like by the time you start seeing more of these examples, it'll be easy
Hmm.
because you and me talk a lot about and I said this to my last student too, main ideas versus sub ideas versus like not just liquidity or up or down. We need to be intentional. So when I see this motherfucker here, again, regardless if you know about the fair value gap or not, but I'm gonna just assume people know about it. So
Hmm.
retail or even like basic ICT traders will come up in here and say, "Oh shit, we reacted from this fair value gap a little bit. Let's sell it down." Yes, you are right. You get a move down, sure. But the problem is, do you see how like if we're really coming into this fair value gap, see how big it is?
Yeah.
That's not enough for me. I don't like it. That's why like when we had a live stream on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Um we were all like I had a student that took a sell in this area. He got it down and he took profits underneath the Asia lows and London lows here. And he just learned that, you know what, I can take some liquidity. I don't need everything.
Yeah.
It's going to take out one of the majors, what I call the majors. Okay. So like when we talk about the majors, that's basically just saying like um week highs, week lows, day high, day low, session high, session low, right?
Yeah.
All the majors. These are going to have the most liquidity above and below. They're also going to be the most reactive. We talked on that last week. No, this is my thing though. Okay. This motherfucker is so disruptive, right? That I can't ignore this little rebalance here. And on top of that, if this really was, sell side, I'm not saying it doesn't cause a move to go down, up, then down again, or even here, up, then down again, up, then down again. But the problem is, we came up here 3 times. Why are we not expanding lower? Why? Why? And you have to ask yourself that sort of question. And on top of that, what's even more fucked up is that a lot of times we talk about like what's high low of the week. And I always tell you guys to look for it in the same spot. Are we surprised that Tuesday is low of the week? We can't be. We can't be surprised that Tuesday's low of the week. Hold up, I'm about to straight flip this thing. So here, hold on. Whoops. There we go. Just wanted to flip I had to put it in tablet mode real quick. We go from the tent to the tablet. All right. Basically, I just put the computer flat down, like face down on the table, so I can just draw on it and shit. So we're talking about your personal trade plan, okay? So like when we're talking about like now I'm gonna come in with midnight, all right? This gonna be the bee's knees. This the best. In the Discord, if you go to what I call mixed concept theory, in that part of the Discord, that's when you start seeing me run more ideas of like which concepts pair well together, which concepts you can use individually. You know what I mean? And that goes for
Yeah.
like main ideas and sub ideas and so on and so forth. So like if I always talk about like London by itself as a function, right? What's the first thing, and I sound like a broken record, like the first thing about London that I always talk about?
Time and price.
Exactly. And so London ends up being higher low of day. And if it's not, it'll definitely give you a definitive high or low in that session you can trade from. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
Okay, low of session. Got it. Now, mind you, when we get to this area here, you're gonna be like, damn, bro, you're right. This is an A plus setup, bro. All this in here from Asia to basically all this is just a gigantic A plus. And the reason why I say that is when we break down the midnight in a moment. But before we do that, I just wanted you to see how significant and why all this plays a big role and how you narrate. Because every time you see something specifically, after you get a main idea, bro, it's going to cause you to do what I call selecting and avoiding. You select and avoid. So you're basically electing to use this for something. And every time you get here, not saying in a support resistance type of way for retailers, we're not only selling it down just because it went down here last time. No, that's stupid. We're only selling this because every time we pop into this gap here, we're inside of a kill zone. So this being PM session kill zone, New York kill zone, New York kill zone. And every single time we pop here, the reason why I'm trading up instead of down, or I can trade up then down every day. That's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Realistically, we know that the news was on Friday and it's going to make a massive move, whether it's massively down or massively up. Okay. Now, mind you, if this gap, right, came up once, that's one thing. When it came up twice, that's us thinking, like, okay, cool. But it made a move down and then up a third time. This is what gives it away. Now, this right here, do you see how every single time we get into this gap, it goes a little higher? One,
Yep.
two, and then three. You notice how when it's bearish and doing the what's looking similar to this, it's normally making lower highs instead. Notice how if this was like high, lower high, then we drop, right?
Yep.
Way different. So every time this comes up and it's just taking liquidity to go downside, but it's also making more buy side liquidity here and here and here for NFP today. That's how I know how to narrate a certain way. So the whole time, mind you, I'm like, listen, this fair value gap probably going to fill in. It's not going to be here. It's not going to be here. We have to do it on NFP. When else are we going to get that much volatility to be able to do that?
Yeah.
And again, I don't care what the news is. I don't care what the numbers are. I just need to know when it happens. So me looking from down here, and I say, you know what? Tuesday normally gives us a low of the week. Now that's already suspect number one. Notice how every time we drop down, every single time we get into the kill zone, we sold it down, sure. And I told everybody, yo, take profits every time you hit a major, or we have to get out by a certain time. I'll tell you guys before, if you're in at 3, you need to be starting to get out by 8 o'clock if you don't know that this is still an expansion.
Mm.
If you're in at 8 o'clock, you're going to hold this till 12, 1 o'clock. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not going to do anything but fucking reverse on you. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about
Yeah.
time. But
Yeah.
mind you, the whole time, this little rebalance, we knew the fair value gap wasn't tapped in that first time. We knew that. So this making all this retracement ass shit, we're not surprised it gets up here. No. It's a macro fair value gap. This is almost as good as like a daily fair value gap to me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It works just as well. My thing is, yes, we sell it when we get there, but I wanted to show you this here too, because remember, we gotta be like accurate only because of your like trading plan. Like inside of your trading plan, right? It's going to be super difficult to um like basically just fucking nail this thing every day. So hold up, let me I gotta whip out the real keyboard now. Oh man, okay. The keyboard. Now it's 12:31. Now I don't trade PM session, but I was thinking about selling that down from where we are now because we're still in that gap. Now, I mean, we sold it down, and I'll show you where we sold it. But um, I should have stayed basically a little longer than I did. Like I caught majority of this here, but um, well, I caught the up then the down. I'll be honest, but I didn't stay for the up move as long as I stayed for the down move. But I could have stayed for the down move even longer. I'll be honest. I only got to a certain target and was done with it. And I didn't really think like, you know what? Wait, I should probably stay to a lower draw liquidity because above a turtle, fair value gap, right? And then obviously sell side the rest of the day. Okay. Now, mind you though, this is what I'm looking for. Okay. Talked about midnight. Now let's get in there. Okay, watch this. Now you're a genius, my guy, because midnight is so easy to interact with every single day, bro.
Yeah.
And people get confused because I talk about midnight protraction and London delayed protraction and Judas swing, Asia style, or I'm looking for something algorithmic that might fit my purpose. And what I'm talking about is again, we're all like majority of intraday and like short term swing traders mostly. I mean, all of us have been trading for a good amount of time. I feel like over time you'd be interested in. I mean, your patience gets as thin as air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This motherfucker need to go now, and if it don't go now, I don't want to be in this trade anymore. You know what I mean? And so when I give you guys stuff like that, and you're saying, okay, cool, well, was midnight really a game changer? Hell yeah. And so when we talk about the Monday, and watch how easily I can speed through this part. Above midnight, we're automatically looking to be sellers. That's simple in
Mm.
reality. Now, there's a big ass fair value gap here on a 15 minute. And I say this to students, I'm making sure you know, right? So when
Yeah.
I'm talking about fair value gaps and things like that, regardless of, I know we talked about algorithmic numbers that make up the PD arrays. We get that, right? And so, um, and again, what's cool is you'll be able to watch the same video on YouTube, what we're doing right now. So, um, when we're looking at these PD arrays, right, like fair value gap, notice that, like, again, midnight's here. We talk about all of our actual areas to fucking participate.
Mm.
London kill zone, right? You feel what I'm saying? So like right here, this is your 3 o'clock. So yeah, it's literally right in the kill zone, bro. You sell that. No fucking problem. Look how easy that is.
Mm. Yeah.
And again, that's your model right there. So above midnight. And again, it really is like 12 to 5. But the real window that you want to really look for is 2 to 5. Because you know it's really going to be mostly normally that specific. Sometimes you get that little run, and I want to be clear about this. And when you play this video back, you'll be like, damn, he was so right. Sometimes you get it right after midnight. Like I'm talking like the little run here, and then it just dumps. Sometimes you be like, damn, bro, I was waiting on 2, 3 o'clock. What the fuck? Like it went without me. Fuck. And it's okay. It's okay. That just means that London's going to give you a different move. Okay. You're not going to be so hyper fixated on this fair value gap, whatever, whatever. Imagine this at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, imagine it just went down at 12:15, 12:30. Still fair value gap, whatever. Still above midnight and after midnight. Still valid in the logic. But the problem is, people listen to me speak and they say, yo, you said something so specifically that, like, they think that they can't participate earlier. I'm telling you, it's logical to wait for the kill zone in London, but you're not conformed to it. You know what I mean? It's like when you're playing a sport, it's like you can shoot from anywhere on the court. They're not stopping you from a half court shot. Not saying you
Yeah.
can't make it,
Right.
but they rarely don't. And you might as well wait for the fucking layup or to just take the three. And when
Yeah.
you take the three, that's me trading London because that's 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what I call taking the three, right? They be like, yo, you took the three last night? Yeah, bro. Okay, yeah, that's some London trader shit. You feel me? Now you in the in crowd because you trade London with us. That's cool. So we balling, right? So literally, you got layups and you got 3 pointers. And so when I call a layup, right, it's funny because people on YouTube gonna fucking laugh at me because I just smoke a lot of weed and say funny shit. And so when I was talking about layup, ready? Watch this. Before I move directly to today, I can skip all this because we're actually going to go from Monday, Friday, and then move backward in analysis. I'm going to do that for a specific fucking reason. All right? Watch this. Now, the Monday's interesting to me, I don't trade the Monday. But I wanted you to see this because this is some of the price action that I'd love to show you guys in order to get your narrative better, to get your entries better, for you to be more consistent, put more points on the board per day. I trade 4 days a week. You can trade five if you like. I'm not stopping you. But you have to be understanding of objective at that point. That's why I talk about, I'm going to bring it full circle. And when I do that, people be like, damn, how do you fucking do that? And I'll be like, do what exactly? I bring it full circle. What we're talking about. You know? Organization of the market and liquidity. People think I go off on random tangents for a reason because I'm stoned and talk a lot. That's not true. My brain has already thought about what I need to tell you way farther in advance. Even though I don't write the session down, I know exactly what needs to be said in order. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Now watch this. We talked about this being a kill zone. We also talked about how sometimes the need to also, for it to make the move it wants to make, doesn't always have to be London at the kill zone or the high. But I'd rather do it from here because it's normally doing this more consistently. That's what's going to keep your routine on point and keep your trading more consistent with the algorithm over time. When I say a three pointer, you got this right in the fucking kill zone. This made sense. And if you use the top of the fair value gap as a stop loss, I mean, you have a little wick and then you expand. This is fine, bro. It don't break above the fair value gap and hold. It doesn't close above that. Logical. And this is easy. This is right here the best entry possible, which is why I call this the three pointer. And it's right at 3 o'clock in the morning. You hit the three. Now, this is where I go Phil Jackson on the Lakers. All right. And again, this is all stuff that like I only talk about with London traders because bro, it'd be so fucking late, bro. We have no choice but to have fun with this shit. Who else wants to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning, bored as fuck? So like a lot of these, we just start to name some of this shit. So, do you see how we talk about liquidity and turtles and stuff like that? Like, but we always talk about the majors first and liquidity, right? So the whole time, mind you, yes, we have Asia low as liquidity, right? Do
Yeah.
you feel as though, and I'm gonna ask now, like, is it easy for you to see like, honestly, the move starts, you might have took it. When you see some shit like this, does this bother you and make you want to start like taking profits and getting out too soon?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. This one I'm gonna start to show you. That's why we talk about the organization of the market. So you know when there's a real difference, and the market is literally showing you this, but you got to get used to practicing seeing this difference between where it's a retracement, obviously, versus a reversal. And we're also talking about when you hit a three pointer and when a layup is going to come. And when I talk about the layup, there is another fair value gap in here, but I'm not giving a fuck about that yet. Even if people don't know about the fair value gap, what I want you to understand here is when the market's doing a specific thing with liquidity. Do you see how it hits the imbalance? We do have a displacement, fair value gap, sell side liquidity, and we take all that out in one swing. But
Yeah.
now, if you're not really hip to that, it's going to look scary, give you anxiety, make you think the fucking move is done. Now, I talk a lot about just session function in general about why we call this a 3-pointer, right? Why you go Kobe on it. Rest in peace, Kobe. But when you're looking at this, right, the London function has a low, high, uh, session function. So, mind you, any retracement that I see in this area now after this time, any of these blue candles, I don't give a fuck, bro. Because in my mind, I already know that it's unlikely, highly unlikely we get up here, at least till New York. And London is manipulation based. When I say that, that doesn't really mean shit to people. But remember what I gave you about like expected price action. People be like, damn, bro, you have an answer to fucking everything. You can't just say I don't know one time. No, bro, I need to know shit. I'm not comfortable unless I know shit. So like manipulation, right? It's too far, too fast. It's manipulative. It's not really gonna fucking stop. And the reason why, when you see shit like this during manipulation, it'll do all the dumb shit. Back down. It'll do all the dumb shit. Back down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to say, yo, I realize that London is the manipulation session. That is the function of it. It gives me a lower high of the day or a high of the session. Either one of those are fine. I can't really call it high of the day yet until I get to New York and verify that. But it damn sure is high the or high the. I can't call it high of the day until New York, but it damn sure is high of the session until we get to New York for sure. So it's high of the day until further notice. Now on top of that, when you're verifying an idea like this, and again, I'm not saying London can't come down here and give you a low and go bullish as fuck if you're really in a buy program. But my problem is fair value gap, Monday, right? Cool. Again, we have liquidity above here too. That's fine. I don't give a fuck about that because of time. Like you said, right? Time and price, not price and time.
Yeah.
That's there, but this is on time. That makes us give a fuck. Now, with all this here, all this funky shit, I need you to realize this. Every time it comes down, I need you to see it as sell side liquidity. I need you to get there. And I mean active, as this motherfucker is moving. So when it comes down here, give you a low, starts doing all this bullshit, think to yourself real quick, yo, hold on. Is this really a whole retracement to take this area out? And mind you, I'm focused on now, fuck the fair value gap. I'm focused just on that low, and we're focused just on like 3 o'clock. So, I'll say 2 to 5. Now, the 2 to 5, is this little low here going to come up and take me out or not? You're going to debate this while you're trade managing. You could take a partial in here. Don't close the full trade. That's the hack to it. If you feel any type of uncomfortability or anxiety or, I'll be honest, depression, literally, take a partial. Take one, hold one. You know these are your targets because you have an Asia low. The majors are where the market's going to reach for. And you trying to pair yourself to the market's perspective and be able to translate that to your P&L is you saying, you know what, I know exactly where it's going to go because I know where it's not going to go because I have a reason for this. I have a function for this. I have a time for this and a place for it. The time and place for everything, and it involves trading too. So when you see these lows get engineered, these are engineered for sell-side liquidity purposes only. This is not for making money. This is for making money. If you get out here, you're going to try to start finding entries, getting in all late when you already had it. You could have done all the damage of the dirty work in here. Let this thing fall. And again, like I said before, if you're in at what? I'm telling you, people should write this down. If you're in at 3, that scared the shit out of me. If you're in at 3, you're done at 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And do you reach your target by that time? You do. People ask me all the time, yo, if you're so restrictive on price to get into a certain spot to a certain time, Are you ever reaching targets? Dog, I get to the target when it need to get there.
Yeah.
That's not me forcing my shit upon the chart. This is when the next move starts. If it needs to really get to a target, bro, it's going to do it by a certain time. If it needs to get to a certain target, it's going to do it by a certain time. Mind you. Now, last part before we get to the Friday and we move backward throughout the week. Mind you, I talked about that fair value gap. And mind you, I talked about midnight. Every
Oh, yeah.
single time you need to sell this thing, you need to do it from above midnight. You can do this here, and I'll show you the layup. If you know that the Asia low is the target from here the first time, London open is the 3-pointer. You want to dunk the ball, bro? You have to know that this is liquidity. Right here is your layup, right from this fair value gap again. So any one of these going up again, all I'm doing is looking for new sells. I might even sell it here, sell it here, sell it here again. But I'm not telling you to do that now because that's more towards like advanced level entry practice. Now, not even the entire Discord is there yet. But some of you guys in my Discord that I give you like, yo, I know you guys feel me on like liquidity. I could give you all the stuff that I give like some of my graduate students. I could tell you about it, even if I'm telling you not to do it right now. Some of my graduate students are able to do this right here. They realize that this is the SSL or sell side liquidity. They realize that this is the main target. So every time it's giving you something different, right, on the way to the target, this is all pyramid country. So like even on bullish candles, we know that we can still pyramid. But this is really, really, really tough to do if you're new to it. Requires a lot of demo practice because I'm selling here. If it takes this one out, I'm going to fuck. I'm selling it again. Takes it out, even better. Now, systematically, I'm actually building a bigger position, smart money style. I realize that retailers are going to try to eat this up because they think that this is bullish. They think that this is bullish. When they come down here, this is where the layup comes in. You see this candle is like really disruptive and go underneath this low.
Yeah.
This is the final finale. I can straight dunk the ball because I can aggressively put in orders here, knowing that this is going to give some added volatility because it's reaching now towards my targets. It's non-lethargic, and this is like, uh, again, you see, I don't use like volume or anything. This is real volume in the marketplace, not no stupid indicator that comes standard with TradingView. This is the real value in the marketplace, and I'm selling right into that volatility. So right when this candle closes, right, bro, I take the biggest position. I'm also taking a partial. If I don't think that it's going to go lower, if I think this is the only DOL, I'll smash the button in here and aggressively take it out when I get to my first DOL. But the biggest thing is if I have another target in here, this becomes a layup to get you in because you know that this is basically telling you, yo, I'm not reversing from this low, how everybody thinks it will. I'm actually going to our original target, which is a major week high, week low, day high, day low, session high, session low. These are the ones that are not going to get ignored once we're on the fucking way. It's not going to get ignored. You can't look at this and be like, oh shit, I got to get the fuck out. Oh fuck, this is in danger. I want you to come in and be like, yo, I know what's long term and I know what's going to take me back down. I'm not scared because I know that this low here is not just reversing for no fucking reason. And I know it's not reversing to be a whole reversal to take me out. No, it's only going to come out to go back above or slightly near midnight and then come back down. Now, here we go. Watch this. Now, 12:51 is right on time. You see, I was trying to speed talk to get us to right around the 1 o'clock. Now, watch this. No different than you operating midnight, like you said. Now, notice that I could do 12 to 5. Kill zone really 2 to 5. I was saying this the other day to somebody like, it's really funny that I'm like an introvert, but let me start talking about trading and I seem like an extrovert. Midnight, kill zone. That's why I say I like the kill zone more. Gives you such a better entry. All that. And then when this starts to aggressively go up, this is an order block for sure. So you can find an entry off the order block if you want. I know you guys like order blocks. Here. And we trade right into this last down close candle and right up. Now, real quick, let me know. Where was your entry at?
Oof. See there, that's the only thing I hate about Tradeovate. I can't really. I gotta actually go on Tradeovate to see
Oh
my
yeah, yeah, yeah.
instead of Trading View.
Okay.
But shit, let me see.
Around like what time do you think?
It had to be around 3, right at the 3 point shot.
He said right at the 3 point line. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
took that up to literally where you marked it at,
we're at the high right here.
right there. Yep, I had got
Oh,
in. And,
okay.
yep.
Yeah, that fire. Now with this massive little move down, did you take a partial? Did you let this like go up here and then get out as this was coming down, or how did you handle that specifically?
Um, I took it to the liquidity to the left. Yeah, there, and I had
Oh,
got out. I started with one contract, and when I seen that it was going my way after the next candle, shit, I maxed my fucking leverage and then got out right there.
okay. Perfect. No, bro. That's what it is. So you said you started with one down here and then you got back in with more?
Yeah, yeah. I
There you
started with
go. Yes. My
then
guy.
when I
Yes.
seen that it was going my way, I added 4 more contracts and got out at the next liquidity area, which you mark right there.
See, the more we talk about like your personal style, the more I can engineer you, even more specifically like in and out, right? So you killed that, bro. You fucking killed that. Now watch this. Let's come down here to a lower time frame and see what we really have it, right? So I like the 5, I like the 3. Now, do you have a specific time frame you entered on?
I, yeah, it was the 1 minute.
Oh, you are legendary. You know me, man. I love the 1 minute. I'm not getting in without the 1 minute, bro. I'm not gonna
Right.
like. I'll get in on the 2, sometimes the 3, but the candle itself that I'm taking to get in is on the 1 minute for sure. Yo, you murked this because that's what I'm saying, bro. People act like the 1 minute is like the wild wild west, when in reality it's the most controlled environment. It really is. It's so easy to navigate once you just get like understanding that like, yo, I don't have to fucking freak out because they're 1 minute candles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got in right there at the displacement. As soon as it made that displacement above, right there, right in between that up, 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 right there. Yep.
Oh yeah, you a monster. That's the way to do it, bro. You're a
Yeah.
monster. So like, I love this type of stuff. And in my entry hacks video, and everybody watching this YouTube video gonna be like, damn, bro. They see what we mean, bro. We're like, this is exactly what I explained in that video, where it's like, you can clearly see the change in the state of delivery. And as Jimmy Neutron as shit as that sounds, right?
Mhm.
Basically, it's going down for a while. Even if you had the idea of it going upward, cool. But why would we take a buy position on any one of these candles? Why? And they're not breaking highs, they're breaking lows completely. And that's why we don't do that. And so It's really that simple, bro. People don't think about this. Like,
That's
why is this the easiest thing ever to do? But my thing is, I understand it though, psychology wise, right? So, like, in their mind, the trauma from trading, you've been in so many situations, whether whatever strategy you're using or confidence you had, or I gotta charge my PS5 controller and I'm being so lazy about it. Let me like, oh my god.
yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since we came up with this trading plan and everything,
Uh huh.
this whole week I haven't lost a trade.
No way.
I haven't lost one trade on my futures account at all.
Damn. Bro, I'm so impressed with like you and the Discord and like Precious and like everybody is on fire. Like literally the entire Discord is on fire. We don't have not one weak link in the Discord, is what I've realized.
That's that's,
There's
that's
not one weak link.
yeah. I shoot good teaching. Shit, that's what it is.
Bro, I appreciate it. I really appreciate that because I think a few years ago, I've had like, so many groups of people I've taught over the years. And it's funny to say that like I'm coming up on because I started trading in like 2017, but I knew about trading since 2016 because it took me a year to make a fucking demo account. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out MetaTrader. I couldn't figure out like how you had the servers, you had to log into a certain server?
Yeah,
Bro, I thought forex was one broker, which was forex.com. I thought I thought that it was only one server on the MetaQuotes thing, right? So it was like MetaQuotes demo server, whatever, whatever. Bro, I'm trying to type in my new account on the login, bro. It just didn't work for a year. I just didn't understand it. So by the time I logged in 2017, I finally got it. I said, bro, this is it, bro. Nah, this is really it. I figured out how to make an account. But what's fucked up is like it's really interesting that I think that also helped me out a lot because in that year of me not being able to be on a live account, no matter how much I tried, it just forced me to study that whole first year. I mean, I was still trash the whole second year, but long story short, is like I wasn't like super super like freaking out about the marketplace because I was able to start looking for like just how the candles were moving. But me personally, bro, I was so worried about like um my bad. I'm trying to find a lighter. I always have a lighter. Don't know where it is. But I used to freak out about price going like up the way it did on your trade and then like how it came down immediately. And then like in my mind, I could see like the bigger moves, but right when I get to profit, I would have to immediately close it because I didn't feel comfortable. Like I can't hold some shit like that. You know what I mean? In my
yeah,
first couple years, I'm like, nah, man. Like, uh, and this leads me to my point. People that don't understand, I mean, they're want to watch the entry hacks video and the part two I just dropped today. Um, they'll have a better understanding of it. But the biggest thing is when I'm saying like, yo, two candles in a row coming from a couple bearish candles, it's literally telling you, yo, I don't want to go lower. I want to go higher. I'm having trouble going lower. I still want to go higher.
yeah.
That's what it's saying. So when you say like, yo, what is the chart? Like, what are we reading between the lines for? Like, what is the chart saying? It's giving you like, um, my bad. I just forgot to restart the blunt. And it's funny because someone else was talking to me. They're like, bro, when's the last time we spoke? And you're like, not smoking. And I was like, bro, what? Me not stoned while we talk? What? What are you talking about? Why would I do that? Terrible plan. Now I'm looking for, oh, okay. All right. When you're looking at something like this, right? Again, emphasis on chart going up visually, literally, and you're taking the move at the time. Now I'm proud of you because um you had a good target to aim at, but even on top of that, right? This is what I was going to say about this area. You're underneath midnight, so you had the buys correct. You let it do its thing, and the time was good on London. On top of that, um, this is what I was going to say. Okay, the same way that I just talked on this on the last idea is just about um the more we update your model and even your ability to like narrate and do some special stuff, we're still going to keep it kindergarten style because I want you to be able to see stuff like this. So like when you're in, you're like, yo, I'm in.
Yeah.
But I got to make sure that, I'm on the 1 minute, pop back out to other shit. And, I know you have it charted. I know you have certain levels that you have marked, but I still want you to say, you know what? All right, I'm on the 5 minute. Let me just, pop to a 15, zoom out real quick, whatever, whatever. I'm down here, right? It's almost like a Where's Waldo, like, we are. Now, you notice this, right? We talked about the now you didn't need this for last night. If you had it, that'd be super fire. But you'll have it in your arsenal just because I'm gonna give it to you, right?
All right.
Because remember how we talked about again, this is towards like in my Discord, like mixed concept theory. What concepts go well together, which ones don't? Tuesday low. So far we got Monday high. Now the problem is Tuesday is typically a low of the week. And we know that.
All right.
And so Um, Wednesday, if we don't get down there, Thursday, we don't get down there. Got it. So I'm not looking for the sell side. You are right, my friend. Huge fair value gap on the hour, number one. So let me just identify that. Now, this is my thing. You see with this fair value gap, how big it is?
Yeah.
Damn, I was going to say that. The rebounds here, right? I was going to get to this in a moment. But basically, you see how your rebalance got close to midnight? A lot of your if you ever see like price on news do some wild shit, still watch as close as you can to midnight. And look how it like midnight plays the big role, bro. Even if you have
Yeah.
like a double-sided day or a consolidation or something like that, how badly does the midnight candle like get referenced? It's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
And so again, if you're trying to be above, and this is why I'm going backward in price, but we're still talking about the current day. But I'm doing this for a reason, because you see, like it leads me to a certain part of the lecture that I need to talk about in order. So, and me personally, bro, not to say it like that, but um, I mean, I've yet to see like, you know, I mean, ICT is like the only one that we know of that like is really gonna sit down with 600 videos and really talk to us. But I produce long style videos and long versions of stuff because I know other people like me need the full explanation. Like I can't do
Right.
a 6 minute. Y'all know me, bro. I can't do no 6 minute video. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
Your YouTube playing on my TV in the background right now.
Oh, that's hard, bro. That's so hard to hear. Damn. I ain't gonna lie, that's hard. Oh shit. Bro, that's crazy. Yo, you know what? I gotta start doing that. Like, I gotta start just keeping like just the YouTube playing. Like, yo, that's so hot. So like, um, I've gotten some real good. I mean, bro, I'm telling you, remember you were like that one day. I'm like, dog, I really want to resurrect the YouTube. I know what I want to do. All the stuff is done. The concepts and things are done. But the problem was, I'm like, listen, man, like I gotta do it in the way to where again, because I'm not like a YouTuber and shit. I mean, I am, but it's like I'm not like the, hey guys, like and subscribe, welcome to my channel. Oh my God, thank you so much. Like, no, bro. Like, No, I talk a lot of shit, and I realized that. So like, also I realized that like my viewpoint on like risk and other things in trading. I tell you guys all the time, bro. It's like fuck a 1 to 1, fuck a 1 to 2, bro. Like when we in the marketplace like this,
Yeah.
dog. Like I'm talking like go for that shit. You know what I mean? Even this right here is how many ticks? Like optimal trade entry underneath Asia to go up again, and this is the target on Asia, buy side. You can go for the previous day's high if you want to, and we get that. So if you get this one, oh shit, and because it's that motherfucking imbalance how we talked about, look, 800 ticks, what the fuck? And that's like the upside of this. If you really get it lower, which you can, bro, you can get over 900 ticks in a day. Look at that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm hyped for Precious because she was like, yo, I'm able to hold like 100 and 200 ticks at this point. Like her holding skills are a lot better. I'm
Oh
so
yeah.
hyped to hear that.
Yeah.
Now watch this. Now we are here. Where's Waldo style, right? Underneath the midnight, the fair value gap was here. But just real quick, when you're like in your trade right and you're managing shit, I understand that little consolidation might have looked like, I don't know about that. Fuck it. But you killed that, bro. Like you really killed that target, right? You smacked it. Now again, we have Asia high open and previous day. Now, even if you didn't use the internal liquidity from this fair value gap, and I know a lot of people are so used to just seeing fair value gap as just an entry thing and not like a targeting thing. So like that's why this is like this. You know what I mean? This is a target uh for us who have buys. You know what I mean? So that's why I was able to capture the buy move before the news today. Cause I understood that like, yo, we need to come and fill this gap, bro.
Yeah.
It's not just going randomly dip down. And Tuesday low of the week, fuck that. I'm not selling down. I'm not selling that right now. We sold it later. I'm not selling this right now. No, not doing it. Now, mind you, do you see what I mean when I say like, yo, like it's going to be so much easier for you to like select to trade upward and avoid all the sell side shit when all of this is just to go down for a certain reason, right? Even the all this going down for a certain reason, and it goes right back, bro. You feel me? Go right back. So imagine you like dog, and you maxed out. You went crazy on that. You said, bro, I had what 3, 4 of them motherfuckers in there. I'm not playing. I know where it's
Right.
gonna go. I'm getting in there.
Yep.
It's funny because I can't like that's like something I can't teach. Does that make sense? I can't teach
Yeah.
confidence really. I can
Yeah.
teach how to know something, and from what I'm teaching you, that may help you to increase your confidence. But I can't tell you in the marketplace, like, bro, like, be aggressive, bro. I can't tell you that. That might fuck somebody up. That might scare somebody. That's not their trading style. Somebody might be more casual, like, they might be like, yo, let me get one and then two. Somebody else might be like, yo, this motherfucker working out. Let me get 10. All right, well, if that's your trade plan. That's your trade style. Okay, I can't stop you. But, however, we all experience the trade differently. We all have the same bias, although we might have different confluence. But nevertheless, if somebody says, yo, this is the draw liquidity and so is this here, bro, I'm with you. I can't tell you to take 2, 5, or 10 and how to get in each one. I can. I'll tell you the best way to do it, but that's going to be up to you which one you want to follow, how aggressive you guys want to be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If somebody says, yo, I like that fair value gap right there, fuck that. Anything in here is fair game for me. So if you say, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in, I'm going hard right here. Okay. All right. Just, I say it like this. Just don't be trying to buy it all up like this and then be in 10 and then watch it be negative 3K here. Blow a whole challenge. Don't do that. You got to be sure. You got to be in there. And
Yeah.
again, what do we talk about? Range runners, right? So like entry hacks. So like blue candle over this white one. And I mean, I'm being real specific. Still at midnight. Slightly outside the kill zone by about 20 minutes, but I don't care about that. That's fine. We
Boy,
have
this
a,
just it's just crazy how that midnight is like equilibrium.
it
It's
is
just
the true days equilibrium, I call that. It's the real equilibrium that you can just really use, you know? Fair value gap plays a role. We see why it's supportive. We see why.
right.
Liquidity is engineered at the top of this because we see this is too perfect. And then Asia's fucking in the way. So us not taking Asia by 5 o'clock in the morning, what? Bro, right there, I'll tell you, I guarantee you, bro, you start thinking more about like not just liquidity, but I'm glad that you're able to see the lower time frame liquidity and you can actually have a window on where you need to trade towards still. So that was fire that you had that type of target and you met that with that. Now I want you to aim for be able to get systematic with the majors. So
Yeah.
that means you're peeling off orders systematically. Like I'll say it like this: 3. I like this here because it's standalone by itself. I'm peeling 1 or 2 off here, and you see why. Now, if I'm still in down here, if you have 4, I done paid myself on this up run, and I have 2 left. So you're making yourself available. Now I'm gonna give you 2 ways to do this, and like I said, this is all because of personality, bro. Let's say I had 4, peel 2 off here. I watch this come down. I'm like, great. All right, paid myself a little bit. I'm green. Now I'm watching this, right? If this wants to test me on this and take me out, break even, whatever, do some dumb shit, maybe I just don't like it. Okay. Maybe I'll start to systematically take 1 or 2 out if I don't like how much this is going this fast, right? So
Right.
maybe I'm on this candle, I don't like it. I can cut both, then see real quick. Imagine you cut this early, bro. I mean like early. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say because this is a 5 minute. I'm not gonna say we'll be perfectionists and cut it at here like we know, right? Because we don't. And we might. There's a way, but I'm not gonna focus on that. The idea is to go top side. So all the time we see downside retracement, we're technically really not giving a fuck. Now if it go too fucking far, we give a fuck. Like, hold on, where the fuck you going? Like, now we figure it out. We're like, oh, got it. Damn. All right, cool. Fair value gap. Bet. I'm cool with that. Now, let's say you see it or you don't see it, whatever. It doesn't matter. But the thing is, when you see it like this, you got to make a choice. You already didn't peel 2 off. You got 2 left. Do you want to let these 2 either go back break even and you want to, I'll say that's like more risk on, depending on your personality. Now, you might find it more risk on to cut it and then try to get in again. You might find that to be more risk on because you're already in. If you already in and you at a good spot, none of this, I'm not gonna say it like that. I mean, obviously it comes down, but it doesn't like fuck with you, fuck with you. You know what I mean? If you like 100 ticks or whatever, I will feel okay about that. All right, I'm up 100 ticks.
Yeah.
It doesn't reach you, you know, past that. 100 ticks back down to that low, about 100 ticks or so, 120. All right, you
You
can.
know what?
Uh huh.
I was just looking at it and just going through everything you saying.
Yeah.
I could have fucking took it to that where I took it to that liquidity
Yeah.
and go ahead and just leave a runner and put my stop loss below the fair value gap and just let that bitch run to take out the Asian high.
Exactly. At least he'll take out the Asian high. You done. That's the one you done at. That's
Yeah,
exactly where you're done. That's exactly where you're done. Because all this is some bullshit because we know we have NFP in the morning. This is
right.
gonna be some bullshit. We
Hmm.
done. We done. I'm gonna show you GJ in a second what I did at GJ last night. You can be like, bro, what the fuck? Listen, this is the same type of trade I took on GJ. I went to sleep as soon as I got into the the liquidity run. And I mean like low resistance liquidity run, like when it's going towards the target already. Bro, I'm shutting it down. I'm going to sleep. Like I'm not staying up watching that shit. It's either going to get to the target or it don't. So realistically, right? And I say that like it's easy. It's not at first. That comes with practice. But what I'm saying is, all these confluences align. Still under midnight, right? We have all these cool things. Now, just for good measure, I'm gonna show you the levels. Ready? Now, I'm gonna see if you've seen what I saw also. My guy, this how you know. You was at the low of a 8. You got underneath. You were underneath the low of a 81. Once it got to a dealing range, you should have been like, "Yo, let me watch this fair value gap and also watch the low." And remember, you got the EXT level, which is like basically when you get trades off the EXT level, bro, you ultimate. If you knew or saw that this was like, "Yo, hold up, this is like the discount to the discount of the discount,"
Mm.
and on top of that, this is a little fair value gap. Oh, matter of fact, it's a fair value gap order block combo. I can see it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the EXT level is really the order block level. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now watch. Just so you and everybody on YouTube watching this gonna be like, what the fuck? Right there. Let's go to
Mm.
15 minute. Watch. Now, yep, it's right where I want it. So here. So I'm looking at. So is it only easier to see it on the? Do you see how certain things are time frame specific too?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay,
It's
here we
right.
go. Yeah. So if we saw, yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it. Okay. So it's right here. Yeah, because I didn't place it in. All right. There we go. All right. So now let's look at that on the 15 perspective. So do you see how you can't see that on the 15? Although this is actually a bullish order block fair value gap, right?
Yeah.
And we can tell by the EXT level because that's your previous um that's your previous dealing ranges order block level. You see what I'm saying? So my order block level is from the blue to the yellow here. So look at that. All that occurs right in that level. All that.
Perfect.
Perfect. It's algorithmically perfect. So from there, bro, that's when I get aggressive. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's when I get aggressive. You can add on, like right there, that's when you should have really been like, yo, what? That four contrast could have been put on right in this area here.
Yeah.
And what do we do? And I'm gonna show you a game changer, right? Because a lot of people get stuck on the 1 minute too. You don't have to, bro. You can actually go up, and then back down. Find a
Mm.
15-minute start to a range runner, then pop down to a lower time frame and confirm it, and start selling whatever 1 minute candles are popping off in there. So watch this. Let's go down to a 3 now. Ready? And now look at how it looks here. I'll go 3, 2, and then 1 for a reason. Watch. So we can find the candle we need. Okay. So knowing damn well this is the order block down there, and then when it starts to pop in here, this is the 15-minute range runner like here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's two bullish candles in a row, and it goes up for a while. Now right there, this would have been a little fire spot. Also here, but do you see how like you gotta go to a lower time frame, really dial that bitch in? Cause look, downside candle, right?
Mm.
Last one. It's the last one. What do you get after that? Bullish candle, and you're already bullish. Am I right?
Yeah.
Take the fucking move. So people take the fucking move here, and then as soon as it starts going, you already have liquidity here and here. See that?
Yeah.
Dog. You feel me? You feel me? So easy. Now again, let's look at that dealing range. So look, EXT level is hit down here at the bottom. You start supporting from the low with majority of these candles after here. So again, you break into the low here with this candle also. So you already know you're now, all right, bet, new dealing range, bet. This is some real algorithmic support right here. You understand what I'm saying? So all this shit here, bro, you're not scared about that. It's what? Down real quick, up, down real quick, bro, and you take off. You take off like rockets.
Man.
And where are we aimed at from there? The high of the dealing range. Because now, mind you, I'm gonna give it to you like this, right? Just so you can see me clearly, all right? Power of three liquidity, which is the failure to hit the major go back level the first time we made this run. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when we drop back down, it's going to do all this bullshit. And what is it going to do when we get back up there, bro? It ain't going to stop that. And look, even at this target, you like, all right, I got a target. That ain't stopping. It needs to go to the go back level, bro. It's not going to stop. It's going to go to the high all the way.
Ran through that 81.
Ran through that 81. And look. So I'm going to take this off because it's less visual. Really annoying. So here, look at that. Fair value gap again, but right off the EQ. Right off the EQ. Yo, you want to see something real quick?
Yeah.
Now, question for you. You said something just now that I like. You said that now I'm gonna keep this in for a purpose. Yeah, we on one today, bro. I mean, you, me, whole chat. I'm in what we talked about that, like you get in the flow state. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Once you
yeah.
get in that flow state in trading, it's unlike anything you've ever felt before. You'll start to feel like you have such control on this shit. The vision that you have in the marketplace is so great that, bro, this thing can go backwards, upside down for 3 days
Yeah.
and you would know where it's gone.
Hey, it's like you going super saiyan. You like,
No, literally,
hey,
you do. You straight up go Super
hey,
Saiyan.
it's like you see it. It clicks. You got to take some L's here and there,
You
but
got to a little bit, but 9 times out of 10, you be like, nah, I see this shit. Nope, I see it. Now, what's funny is, how do you feel about dealing ranges or like if, when I'm showing you something like this, right? Like for example, um, like when I'm just showing you like a complete dealing range and shit, like, oh my bad, I was downshifted and shit. But how do you feel about gold back levels? Like um from the low to the high, does it feel confusing if you see price go from like an A to a B? Or do you understand like kind of like how it
I,
works? You know what I mean?
yeah, I understand how it works. I understand that it just like filling the fair value gap. Eventually, it's going to have to get filled. So eventually, it's going to have to take the high or the low. But
Yo, you're right.
it could hit a bell curve or zigzag and play around. But eventually, it's going to get to its target.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. That's what I'm talking about, bro. And look, we gotta like downshifted it again. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Probably got downshifted twice. Oh Lord. Yeah. Now, now when we're looking at something like this, right? Now, mind you, I'm not looking at this. I don't give a fuck. Now, it's meant to take the high at a logical time of volatility, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
But this is the thing when we're looking at stuff like this, right? Now, me personally, I mean, even if you didn't see, oh, this is liquidity, whatever, I know you can see it. But what other people might not be able to see it so fast, they might say, yo, I know I'm like consolidating on the low of an 81, and it's like fucking 12:30, 3 o'clock. Now, 3 to 5 is my kill zone window. So
Right.
let's throw the whole window in and see what it looks like with the dealing range. So I just want to get you a context with that too. So like this is another thing about again time first, and that's why we say structure second. Because somebody could go nuts just trying to get the dealing range 5 times minute, but let's see. Oh, I'm definitely. What should I eat today? I'm about to get some like I don't know, like a cheesesteak or I don't know. I'm just like got the munchies right now. Oh, my plug about to be open in a little bit too. My guy. So when you're looking at this, right? Hella consolidation on the low in the first place, right? Makes it so we can confirm after a while that it's bullish. Now, we do talk about like when we talk about these algos, it's in a not difficult way. It's basically like the algos are the answer to how are we going to go through the dealing range from A to B or from A to B. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just the whole purpose of an algo. There's nothing more complex than that. And it's just like this is the path that it takes to do either one. So whether it's algorithm one or two, and again, they both start at the same spot basically. So like it's going to start at a high or I mean a low or a high or the rejection block, which is the little area here, right? Right between the low. So it starts basically at the same spot. So even if people don't know which algo it is, I'm not always worried about which algo it is. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. But if I can just get the bias from another confluence, or I know that the time is good to start buying, or if I have a liquidity target, or something else leads me into buying, and I know I'm at the lower dealing range, I'm not going to really super try to give that much of a fuck about what algorithm I'm running, unless it's just like super in my face, or I'm looking for it. Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah. I
Cool.
got
All right. That's why I say, yo, this is cool. So when I see liquidity here, back at the low, oh yeah, I'm buying that. But this is what I was going to show you, right? Watch this. Now, in this area here, the kill zone, bro, even with the kill zone in the dealing range, this looks like this looks like a secret weapon shit, bro. You know what? Like, when you're used to this shit, bro, I'm talking like by muscle memory, you going to be coming back to me like, dog, I know you've seen that under midnight, that dealing range low, 3 o'clock, bro. I know you've seen that 3 pointer.
you.
Bro, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, dog, what? Bro, these are some of the days. You asked me a question before. I actually wanted to address that. You asked me something, and this is like how I was able to. It's hard to type this out, but I can answer it vocally. You asked me like, yo, is it logical to look for like, um, to quit the job? Is it $200 a day I can do, or is it like X amount of dollars per day? And this is why I
mhm.
was saying, like, in a not discouraging way, I want people to actually feel better about this. Oh, I did plug my controller in. Thank God. That's good. So, um, yo, I'm trying to decide because I can get Black Myth Wukong on the PC cheaper, but I want to play it on PlayStation, which is more expensive. Which one should I do?
Yeah, I got it on PlayStation.
How you like it? Is it? Oh, I'm glad because what I was worried about because remember we talked about the bugs and shit. So I didn't
Yeah,
know if the if I know it wasn't nothing crazy that you can't play the game or nothing, but like you know how people talk like bro, dog gameplay ass, bro. This nigga feet not even on the fucking ground, bro. He just floating and shit. Character just doing anything. I'm like, bro, what? But I
yeah.
think
The gameplay pretty good, man. You'll
is it
like it. Oh yeah,
okay? Okay. All right, all right,
yeah.
all right, all right. I'm gonna grab today. I'll play Black Myth Wukong today. That's cause oh god, oh god, I just thought about something. Okay, yeah, today's a good day. Uh, man, Power was all right last night. It wasn't for me, but I'm glad it ended it the way it did, I guess. But
I man, it
man,
got a little silly for me. Shit.
yeah, man,
I stopped watching it after like last season the end.
man,
Then
not too great. It's horrible.
yeah. I don't know. Me and Precious been watching a little show on MGM called
It's called what?
From.
Like FROM?
Yeah, it's pretty
From.
good.
Ooh, okay, cause I need something now. I've been watching that Sylvester Stallone, that Tulsa King. It's
Oh
all
yeah.
right. I ain't gonna lie. It's all right. And it was funny because I was up watching it while I was trading GJ last night, right before I fell asleep. And like, I'm gonna show you GJ in a second too. But this is what I was gonna show you as a secret. But long story short, when you see like certain like games and shit like that, like I be trying to wait because I don't, bro. Why the fuck do they do this now? And I know that like us being like a certain age and whatnot, like we're so used to like just games coming out and them motherfuckers just being complete. So me now, I don't really be understanding that for real. Games be so incomplete when they come out now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's whack. I think that's whack.
It's a couple more games I'm trying to check out. I like them role playing games too. Shit
Yeah,
like
me too.
Star Wars and shit like that.
Me too. Now, you might have seen me just do something real quick. So, what I did was, do you see this button that says half?
Yeah.
Now, once you again, like people got to get real comfortable with dealing ranges before I show them this. So, I'm gonna go back real quick, and I'm gonna go back there, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna show you why I did what I did. All right, gotta be a method to the madness before we just start shifting shit. Now, mind you, notice that when I looked at this dealing range the certain way we did, right? We talked about this being the low, whatever, whatever. There's EQ and then there's the high, right?
Yeah.
How often do you see like price consolidating around or like near the equilibrium? Kind of
Yeah. It's
often,
pretty
right?
pretty often. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do it again here just because it's like a similar thing, right? Like it basically reacts a little above the EQ and it comes back down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna use these two spots for an example, okay? When you play this video back, you're gonna be like, dog, holy shit, bro. Watch this. Now, the reason why, now, obviously, like this would have been the dealing range at the current time, like when this was printing the way it is here. So if I say like, let me go to select bar and let's go like here. All right. Now let me go current so you can see it. Now, do you see how like I said, that would have been my equilibrium, and my real low of the 81, right, is here. Now we understand that high, low, good places to buy from, sell from, whatever, whatever. Um, and maybe you've experienced this personally, or I know Precious has, like when we talked about watching a trade or something. A lot of people at first when I talked to them about dealing ranges and shit, they would get kind of scared at EQ still because they know that price might react and do this shit here, or you might be in buys, right? It just take you the fuck out. You like, what the fuck? Yo, thought this shit was bullish. Yo, what the fuck? This shit crazy. It's not working, bro. Dealing range not fucking working. I'm like, it is. It's just some other shit happening, right?
Yeah.
So realistically, when all this starts to pop in, it's not like it's not working. Liquidity come down, supports again, takes out liquidity. We get that, basic. But what I'm also saying is that participation is typically either you get to a new dealing range, you're buying this here. You get to the lower dealing range again, you probably going to try to look for buys again until it breaks lower, and you probably look for sells if it goes down lower. Okay, cool. But the problem is, there's not too many people that come in and say, "Yo, like I love equilibrium." Nobody fucking says that shit. What?
Right.
How many people like, "Yo, I can't believe it. Yo, I'm hype. We're at equilibrium." Only I say that type of shit. And why do I say that? It's because when you come into your settings here, you do have what's called a half shift. When you shift this thing up and down, bro, normally with the DR shift, the 81 is just going to like replicate itself above you by
Mm.
1. So whatever math it's going to use is just going to go to the above and do the same math. When you go on half, bro, it's literally just, instead of it being one whole 1.0 shift, this is a zero point 0.5 shift of the dealing range. So it's just going to be like a half instead. So my point is when I put it on half shift and I shift it up one, notice now that these were my equilibrium points, weren't they?
Yeah.
What are they now? Low.
The low.
And what's fucked up about that? You can half shift it if you know that you're on an equilibrium that you're trying to interact with.
Uh, okay.
And what do we get by looking at that? We realize this motherfucker's still bullish from the equilibrium.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now watch this. I'm gonna do you one favor. Ready? Now watch. Now how you can tell for real, is watch when I'm half shifted, right? The algorithm is actually using whole and half shift to put together the puzzle of the marketplace and also still engineer perfect fucking liquidity. So what the fuck is that? PO3
Mm.
liquidity, isn't it?
Yep.
Failure to reach the half shift high. I'm being real specific. Let me write this down. There's whole shift, whole high lows of dealing range. You also have half shift high and low. Now, to not confuse the fuck out of you, all right? You're not just gonna start shifting shit all goddamn day for no reason. You're only trying to shift shit when you're trying to figure out that if you're already in a trade and you reach equilibrium, you're trying to figure out if it needs to continue or not. So when you get to this area and you see, yo, I'm half shifted, I am at a equilibrium on the real dealing range, so I'm at a half shift high or low somewhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when you look at it this way, it may just shift your perspective to what you need to do next. So you're saying, yo, hold on, let me see this. First time we pop in here, right? How do you know the equilibrium is gonna break down, go back to the real low? Look at this here. This candle is really disruptive. It breaks the low again and just trends down. You know to actually get out here because whoa, hold on now. This is really an equilibrium. It has no problem for real, going lower. For real, it can. But when you say, yo, I understand this is still bullish, we know it is. We know. We got that. But the problem is, I need to figure out if this is going to go straight through this dealing range bullish here. And if it's not, I need to figure out when it's going to do that. So if I go back to this EQ again, what do I get? Support instead. Fair value gaps and shit, don't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's different. You get fair value gap here, but those all break. So you can actually invalidate here if you don't like if you are in buys here, maybe you tried this fair value gap for the pyramid or something like that, didn't like it. We out at this fair value gap, bro, no problem. Now here, same thing. You're right on the equilibrium half shift low. You buy that, and essentially you already understand that there's PO3 liquidity above us. How we talked about it, because that PO3 liquidity was here. See that?
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. And so, yeah, bro, when you're at an equilibrium and you're trying to figure out how to get in, uh, and trade the middle of a partition, whether it's a bigger one or smaller one, bro, you can still find yourself at a half shift high or a low, and you could really dominate price.
Mm.
That's some of the gem stuff that again I'm just now giving out. You know what I mean? This is some of the stuff I've been doing for a while, but I mean it's still in your book on go back levels and things like that, but not very many people talk about the half shift, you know.
Yeah. I got to practice that.
It's cool. It's cool to practice, and I'll show you something else too. Watch. I'll give you a bigger one. Ready? Watch this. Now I'm gonna turn on the time so you can see my vibe. All right. And yo, I'm gonna congratulate you, bro, because this is one of our best sessions ever. I'm telling you,
Appreciate it.
we have one of the best. I'm telling you, uh, some people come in and, like I said, bro, I can give you guys some of this information when I know that you got to a certain spot. That's why you just got congratulated. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, yo, you could really come in here and dominate some of these things in your chart that the normal trader might not be able to see. So
Yeah.
like I said, I actually half shifted this when we actually sold on this dealing range here on the 243. Now, notice that, remember, like I said about this fair value gap being all big and shit, right? Like we
Yeah.
got back to it and shit. That was cool. But the problem is I'm trying to figure out if this EQ needs to break and go higher today or if we need to do it later for NFP. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
was saying on my live stream, right? So watch this. Mind you, half shift work on every dealing range. So if I go and I'm gonna give you the game right here, this is the real gem. All right, watch. Now, how
Okay.
you're looking at it, we're at the EQ still. Now we're gonna go on half, right? Now I'm gonna give it to you a certain way, right? Watch. We're gonna get rid of this. We understand that that's there. We don't need to keep it on the screen. I'm gonna half shift this down real quick. Now watch. When we half shifted this and went down one, we understand that we're already gonna be on a half shift high or a low. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now my problem is when you see the price action in here, bro, and you see how you're like, all right, if I half shifted down, look at that. EXT, all this consolidation on the low, makes you feel like, damn, if I looked at the half shift, I would have known this motherfucker bearish as fuck. Damn.
Yeah.
But what's funny is I'm gonna show you something, and people are gonna complain about this if I don't give it to you now. So I'm gonna shift this the other way. Watch this. Now it's the same thing I talked about. It's about verifying things.
Mm.
You could shift it the other way. You have the option to. Now it doesn't stop this from being a fake half shift high or maybe a half shift low. We're still trying to figure it out while we're here. It's EQ. But mind you, when you see this now, right? I'm gonna be honest. When you see this now, bro, optimal trade entry was here to go long. We understood that higher, one of the majors on liquidity is taken here. All right. We talked about the gap and why it might react. Now, us knowing that the gap might react, and us knowing that like Tuesday is again, we have all this just context on why these will be like the low of the week or low of the day type vibes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Although that when we're in this area, we know that there's plenty enough time left in the day for the next move, especially going into the Asia for the Judah swing. So my point is when you're looking at something like this, you might up and down shift it, right? Do both. Check and see which one looks better to you. Which one makes more fucking sense? So when you get to a high up here, you're like, yo, hold up. This shit not making no fucking sense. And look at the time. Look, optimal trade entry, bro, because this is 11 o'clock. This is the end, and when you're the very end of looking for the next move. So if you're trying to look for a move and this starts breaking down, this look bearish as shit anyway. You feel what I'm saying? You like, yo, hold on, bro. I might be able to sell this down. And the time is good. This is 11 o'clock in the morning, right at the end of the kill zone. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, Judah swing is different. You got to wait till after PM if you want that one to get the Judah swing. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Judah swing is always going to be your, uh, now, me personally, this is, I'll give you, because I'm doing a video about this, but, the FutureFire Judah Swing remix, right? So realistically, there's some things that ICT will tell you about the Judah Swing. And when we talk about London protraction and London delay protraction, it was just basically like, hey, sell above midnight, buy under midnight, that sort of thing. But when we're talking about like the Judah Swing, like Asia session, you really want to dominate it. You're going to actually really, because it's going to be from 6 to 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But me personally, start at 8 o'clock. Start at 8 p.m. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm saying a.m. like it's not, whatever. A.m. 6 p.m. to a.m. All right. So 8 p.m. if you want the Judas swing, right? Do you see like this exact candle's 8 o'clock? Crazy, right?
Yeah, crazy.
Exactly what I said. I like it from 8 o'clock on. 6 to 8 is gonna be some bullshit. And why do we know that 6 to 8 is gonna be some bullshit?
Asia.
Uh, Not just Asia. Really think. Why is 6 to 8 some bullshit?
It's time based. It ain't.
Yes. What about specifically 6 o'clock?
It should be the end of the New York session, right?
Think about AM or PM. 6 o'clock. Think what's happening normally around 6, 7. Hint.
That accumulation.
Bingo. Why does this motherfucker not move from 6 to 8?
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. Accumulation. Now watch this. Now, last thing before end of session, right? I'm gonna show you GJ, real quick, because we did majority of what I wanted to show you on this pair. But going into next session, I'm gonna show you something that I did on GJ that I like. But long story short, like I said, we're trying to figure out, again, like why we would have shifted or not is because we ended up at an equilibrium and we just stopped there. And so it's still a good time of the day to press the button because we understand the move is going to come. So you end up getting all this run down, right? And that's still about, if we measure it, let's not be messy here. Bro, it's weird that I can never find this tool. Okay, there we go. If you get this EXT level down, bro, you get 400 ticks, bro. 400 ticks off that. That's not bad. And then
Hey,
coming off of yeah,
this
yeah.
definitely my next stage of trading.
So
Definitely.
I'm gonna get you hip with the half shifting. You know what I'm saying? Because even the same thing it did a PM session here, I think similar amount of range. And look, half shift EXT level down to the EQ rather. And look at this one, 700 or so ticks. It's not hard to get 1,000 tick days, bro. It ain't hard. It's not hard. People just think it is. Order block. But the funny part is 700 ticks here, 400 ticks here. The Asia Judas swing. This is what I wanted to look at. Ready?
Yeah.
Here. What did we talk about? Q1 and then Q2 is the move. I'm telling you, bro. I thoroughly believe, I really might believe like this has to be one of the best mentorships in the world. It has to be.
Agreed. Because I showed one profitable before you.
Dude, everybody I speak to ends up profitable. And look at this. Everything that we talk about is clean. You got the Q1, it barely does anything. Q2 makes your fucking move. So your Judas swing. Anytime people want to go at Judas swings, this will be more about it in the remix video. But you take Asia Q1 and you check out the vibe between Q2 and 3. So when this takes out, this could be an X, whatever, doesn't matter. But this can create liquidity for later, so don't worry about that. If it, if the manipulation doesn't take out the top part at first, that's fine. But what you're going to notice is, do you see how it goes down and then as soon as you get to manipulation, it goes up real quick? It's this
Yeah.
small of a clue in this example. When it goes up like this, the real Judas swing, you need it to go the wrong way before it goes the right way.
Yeah.
You need that as soon as Asia opens. And I mean, starting at like Q2, Q3, normally I really like to see Q2 up and then distribution on Q3 down or vice versa. Those are the cleanest Judas swings if you really need it algorithmically the best looking. That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
This one, and just so you're not confused, a lot of people think that like AMD is always like, hey, like accumulation, and if we're bearish, right, it'll be. I mean, we're right. It is manipulation up before distribution down, but it's small, right? This whole 90-minute cycle is downside, right? And this is downside. So that's what I mean about this can be a A and consolidate whatever, but your M does not have to go like completely to the upside for D pause to go all the way down, right? It doesn't always have to be manipulation up, distribution down. It could
Yeah.
be accumulation and then distribution down, or manipulation down and then distribution down all in a row. Does that make sense?
Mm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man. I I I was telling Precious, I was like, damn. I said this is the first week, like literally. I haven't
Really?
I've always, you know, sometimes go, I win one, lose three. It's cool to keep track of your trades, whatever.
Yeah.
This is the first week I have went literally 5-0. Literally.
Oh shit, 5-0, bro. I'm telling you, keep that same energy. Keep studying the stuff that we're talking about. Get familiar. The only thing you guys want to do, like going towards the future, right? The more we do these sessions, is like I'm running you guys also through how to handle, um, like that's why I'm so on you guys now about like market organization. And you see now why it's so important. You see now like where to get out, why to get out, where to stay in, even over liquidity, why to stay in still, areas you want to participate, why not, how to verify these things. You have over 20 or 30 different confluences for one idea if we want
Yeah.
to take it there. And the funny part is, like, um, this is, for example, what I was saying last night, where I traded GJ and I started posting it. I gave this signal in the Discord. Um, Two other people took it too. Everybody else was asleep, but we were looking at GJ a certain way, and the other student, like he's in one other student's in Europe, so he's like naturally up at this time, and another student was in Spain. I'm not sure what time it exactly was for him, but they're up, right? So I'm up and shit, and mind you, this is the first thing I see. All right, fuck the bullshit. I said, bro, fuck a dealing range. I know exactly what we're up to. Notice that the Judas swing came underneath a major, which is a previous day low, right? That's a
Yeah.
major. I can't ignore that. And I mean into a kill zone too. Right into my my and look, there if there's 12 o'clock, right? I'm gonna do my little 12 o'clock for you. I'm gonna keep the same trading model for you, right? So right here is when we took my lows here, and we're also underneath midnight, right?
Right.
So I need to be buying. I need to be buying. I'm underneath too much liquidity, bro. This is like setting me up for so much greatness. That's why I went to sleep on this shit. I'm not staying up to watch this, bro. I'll just get up in the morning and take my profits, bro. I'm not watching that. What else is it gonna do? When you
And you
put
took it
yourself in a
from the
position
low
like
to the
this,
high.
I'm telling you, I'm not getting out till we get there. And what's funny is I had to think about it too, because I woke up in not like a little panic or whatever. I woke up like I do this all the time. If I'm in profit and I'm kind of near 8 o'clock, I'm so used to taking a partial at 8 o'clock. I'll take the partial at 8. I forgot that I had this fair value gap marked because I didn't mark it like all the way to the side, right? So I marked it like
Yeah.
like this, right? I marked it for London, right? So I didn't mark this all the way to the end of the day. So I marked it later, obviously, as we were coming into it. But the biggest thing is I had all these liquidities marked out, and again, NFP coming up, cool. Trying to be in before the move, so I'm not like bothered by that. So again, this trading the news is really not difficult. It's just understanding how to do it. You know what I mean? So the volatility is going to go towards again liquidity is important, bro. That's why we talk about it like this. Algorithm only gives a fuck about flat spots. So all this in between that shit, I don't give a fuck about these. I don't give a fuck about none of that. So anyway, bought it down here. I fell asleep by about 5 o'clock, and then I woke up and took the profits around 7 or around 7 o'clock. And
Mm,
then obviously I had another runner and let that go to the high. I'm not going to let obviously like 80% of my trades stay in during news. You're going to reduce your risk even inside the news. That makes sense?
yeah.
You have to. Even if you understand what's happening, just reduce the risk. It's just good practice for yourself. Make sense?
Oh yeah.
Just in case that one day news fuck you over when you try it, you'd be like, damn, that's the one time I'm tried to max out and that bitch went the other way. Damn. That'd be the one time too. You'd be like, I had everything else clean. It'd be the one time this motherfucker just wick up, down. Oh shit. Right? But anyway, what I'm saying is, uh, I was interested in this area. Normally I'll just take the profit just because it's 8 o'clock. I'm so routine like that. So I'll take something out. But this is the thing though. When you're looking for ideas like this is what I call an A plus setup. There's no other thing that it could have done. There's no other place that this could have been. Does that make sense? Any down
Yeah.
run here is fake. It's literally fake. I can't expect it down here, bro. I can't. Not randomly. And look. Where's my low of the weeks? Already in. I
Yeah.
can't just expect it randomly down there. Even though this is all the way up here. That's why I was saying before, bro. Like I know you guys like the GU and EU. This is why I like GJ, bro. Because the
Yeah.
range that it's offering you, it don't matter. I know you guys are used to seeing this. Like, yo, this look kind of far. I don't know about that. Maybe I'll just do the inbounds. Dog, I'm trying to tell you, GJ not gonna play around. GJ's gonna get that shit if that's the target, bro. It's gonna go right there. Every one of these price swings, if you think about it, is clean too. Look, every one. It's a lot less choppy bullshit than even Nasdaq sometimes.
And you know what? It's still in the damn order block from last week. Not order block, the fair value gap.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the same thing as I was saying with Nasdaq, bro. With these imbalances, the imbalance is not gonna like let it slide like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, there's a video that ICT did about liquidity voids, and I said the same thing in my video about them. Like liquidity voids fill in eventually.
Hmm.
Eventually they do. It don't have to be next day. It don't even got to be next week. It did, but you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Nasdaq, bro. How many times we saw that high pop in? One, two, three. Now we pump it on the Friday and we fill it in. Same thing
Mm.
with this, bro. We finally fill this thing in on like the fucking Wednesday after going in this thing one and then a second time. You know what I'm saying? And then we
Yeah.
fill it again. Only because I know that this is a low of the week. And then do you see how big this up run is in here? See that?
Yeah.
Now, what do you think we're going to find when we go to the 4 hour? Easy. Bro, like trading is just it's a child's game at this point. This shit not hard, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was
Definitely.
too big of a run for it to not give us that. I could see it from the 1 hour. I didn't even need the 4 hour, but I know that the way the 4 hour or the 1 hour is looking right, whenever it looks like this, it's just all these fucking candles in a row on the hour. You're like, bro, it's bound to be a 4 hour inbound scenario. What the fuck? What?
Yeah.
And then right from that inbounds, bro, upside. That's why when people say, yo, like, how does GJ have range like that? Like I didn't think it was gonna get up there. Yeah, because you're not looking at a higher time frame. And then watch this too. You really wanted to go at it. Watch. Last thing. Is it 243? Well, check this out. Let's see if this was the range. I want to see the range on like mostly the week. Look at damn. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Damn. It order blocked and fair value gap right off the look.
Right off. Yep.
Damn, my brother. Now you want to know what's more fucked up is now real quick. You see how like this 243 only accounts for like a part of the week's price action. There's still some shit underneath it.
Yeah.
You can open up the range and look at that. Doesn't that make more sense now?
Oh yeah.
That's why I was gonna say, bro, like I'm gonna really get you guys diesel on these dealing ranges and how to interpret them better. And on top of that, uh, you see like the low here, but
Yeah.
realistically, what was GJ doing? Look at that right there.
Yeah.
Look how algorithmic these are.
Yeah.
Fair value gap.
Beginning of the week, fucking went to the low to EQ, back down to order block, and then back up.
Yep. So it took about, we had uh it broke into this DR end of the week on this one. Boom, you right. Fair value gap, EQ, order block, and then fair value gap again twice,
Yeah.
and then ran back up, no problem. So where's this thing going to really land? And why am I just now seeing that I needed to hold to this damn high and I got out too early, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I probably should have just held that shit, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Still
So it'll
going
get
up.
there next week though. It'll get there next week. It being 2 o'clock. I don't need it this week. But actually, please come down to this inbound so then I could buy this motherfucker up and get to the high. I'd love to do that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that'd be great for GJ. But I'm telling you, bro, this is like you want to make a lot of money quickly. GJ, bro. I'm trying to tell you. It's a really they call it the beast for a reason and people get scared of it. But I don't think it's nothing to be scared of. I think it's just a really good asset.
I like that it moves. That's the whole thing with me, and it ain't too many fucking wicks every fucking word.
Bro, I'm dog. I was just telling somebody the other day in a video, like, um, the way now this is nutty. This is straight nutty right here. It's a breaker fair value gap, and this is that low, but you could tell this is a lower partition too. But yeah, EU and GU is just wick every 10 seconds. It really is. It's
Yeah.
not fun to me. I trade both. I traded GU last night, but like I made more money on GJ though. It's annoying. I get my low patience doesn't allow me to hold for on GU a lot longer.
What are your
GJ,
main pairs you trade?
I like when I'm trading forex. I really just like GJ GU. I really like NZD USD as well. That's a hidden gem. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's another hidden gem. NZD USD, another
Yeah.
hidden gem. Obviously futures just like Nasdaq, YM, gold. I'll trade gold on forex accounts too. But the biggest thing is like GJ. I'm telling you, this is my biggest asset. I
The
stalk this thing.
the two I've been well this whole week I traded NAS on
Okay.
futures, and it fucking like a goddamn perfectionized fucking pasta. It just did it did its job, man.
I know.
And
I feel you. It's perfect.
and, and on forex, like you say, GJ just
Euro JPY is another beast too. Euro JPY is, I mean, it's GJ but with EU of course. But I really like how both of these are so fun to me. I love these assets. I'll go for GU more because the Great British Pound is just a little more of a monster for some reason. But yeah, I mean, these are both similar. They're going to make similar moves and do similar things. You know what I mean? So they're not like too different or anything. But I just like
yeah.
GJ just because I like it a lot. But and also you see how like this right here, same idea, but when you look at GJ, right? Oh shit. Oh wait, going the wrong way. There we go. Notice how GJ really got to the EQ, and
Yeah.
then the Euro did not. You realize that?
Yeah.
Now, really quick, seeing this, I mean, that's what we call SMT, divergence. Now, algorithmically, you can see it that way. Like basically, like if I explain it goldback style, the failure for one asset to get to a level and the other does. Watch, I'm gonna measure both of these candles. Ready? Watch this. How many pips, or yeah, how many pips is this? On this candles moves down. Okay. Now look at that, about 500 pips. Right? See that?
Yeah. Five. Shit.
Now this is the one that made it to the level and went a little higher and then made that sell move. Now we know that GJ and EJ are going to move the same way. Now look, is this the same or similar amount of? Is just shy of that. It's
Yeah.
450. You get more on GJ, but when you see these right here, uh, makes great liquidity, of course. But you can look at it two ways, and neither one are confusing. They're independent ideas. But long story short, divergence or SMT divergence, when we're looking at it like that, if you're looking at GJ and EJ, you're trying to figure out which one you want to take. Take the one that gets to the level,
Yeah. Gets to.
and this one's going to be a weaker asset, the one that fails to do it.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, I like viewing it that way. Others might have it different in their mind, but I like it that way, me personally. Now, I was going to say also, second idea, independent of that, right? It's just a simple kindergarten idea. It's just this makes for great liquidity. Like the other one, not or I mean reaching the level already. It would make it easier on EJ if you're looking for that as a target, opposed to like GJ having all that filled in already. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean that's where we talk about confluence. You see what I'm saying? It left only this area open. So now we can see that this might want that, right? That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So both give us good information, although they're doing the same things. So we know that GJ and EJ should end up both here, right?
Yeah.
And on top of that, how do we know? Shared highs as well to top
Mm.
it off. So
The two. What is that? The damn. The 2180 seven shared too.
2187, my guy.
Man.
And look, 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 look. Watch how this did it. Ready? So I guarantee you this was. Oh, ready? Watch this. Yep. Yes, sir. Now, this is for, I mean, I'll have another, I have a high time frame video coming out, but look at this. I need, oh, no, I need, this is August. I need July. There we go, July. Notice that this was the start of Q3, okay? And we just started
Yeah.
Q4,
Okay.
October.
Yeah.
So we'll do it like, that's fine. So when you see it like this is all of Q3. So, what you can do also if you ever need to, um, now my shit is normally on 400 because I'm an asshole, but look at that, fills that right in perfectly, so you
Mm.
can see what you need to see. Look at that little, not little, but huge as fuck fair value gap, right in fair value gap. Look at that, ain't that perfect?
Perfect. Yeah. Okay.
Now,
It's a
uh
if
huh.
you if you put it on the weekly, what's that? The fractal, that looks like a Thursday high too, and a Tuesday low. No,
Oh, you
yeah,
can definitely. Yo, you can break the fractals all the way out. Hold on, watch that. You can break the fractals all the way out. Let's try one of these. Ready? Watch. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
Monday
So
low.
that was the Monday. So watch. Let's see if we can do. Yep.
Oh yeah,
This is all of the Q3s, right? So perfect, ain't it? Let's go back up to the weekly.
man.
I'm gonna lock the box. Lock of the box. All right. Fair value gap. I will extend this all the way to about the Friday, right? So Monday, you snapped just now. Damn. You said, bro, that's Monday low. Yo, you funny. Yo, you got that perfectly. Here we go. Monday low, confirmed by the Tuesday. And then you got the liquidity here. You got the liquidity there. It keeps rising. And by now, it's already, right? So it's not really going to fucking stop type shit, right?
Mm,
That's why you're looking like this. And look where it stops at, right at the top.
right there. Yep.
And then that completes your week right there because you have a, yeah.
Mm,
What is that? Oh. All this is a, huh, huh. Hold on, gotta go to the Discord real quick. Download an image. Let's see. Let's do. I gotta go to one more thing. Where is it? Bro, the Discord is just so stacked. Even I gotta fucking find shit for myself. Like, damn,
yeah. It's plenty of information there for you to be successful. All your videos and everything.
bro, it's. I'm telling you, it's ultimate at this point. And there's so much stuff that has yet to be put into. It's so funny. So like, let's do. All right, here we go. So we're gonna do. Now we can actually check it because we're not caving. All right. Now our whole goal is basically trying to figure out if like this is correct here.
Yeah.
So is this pathway look almost there or similar? Holy crap! Yeah, actually,
Yeah, that's fucking damn near spot on.
it damn near spot on because you have the Monday low, you have the Tuesday come up, it goes down like you see how it's like towards the Wednesday. It stops right on Wednesday at the buzzer beater. Stops on
Yep.
the Wednesday, goes up through the Wednesday, still goes out through Wednesday, and then through the Thursday, and then lands on the Friday. Yeah, yep. That's consolidation midweek rally. Yep.
Mm,
Now, why did I show you this just now? Because my guy, really think about this. Now, I'm a send this to the Discord, and I like that right there. Let's look at market study. Post some stuff in there on GJ. Now, also, right? Let's see. Okay, there we go. Yo, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm.
And this is just nothing but a TGIF setup. Meaning, like fair value gap. Now, yes, okay, we're on the 2187, right? Now watch this. We can get rid of this. Watch this. All right. Now we talked about this drill, right? Do you see how we came from this EQ? How the fuck do we know that this thing not just gonna smack all the way down? How do we know? Half shifted.
Mm.
So whether we were in that area at the time trying to figure it out, and look, that thing's a monster. And what is this doing? You know what's funny about this? Yo, GJ bullish as fuck. Like as fuck. Like as fuck actually. Like, yeah, cause look at this. We're at 195, 250 something, right? Some of these PO3 shared highs. And I mean, we're not even well, I'll do it this way just so they're easier to see. All right, so look, ready? Yo, wait.
Stop
First of
right
all, I
there.
know this not no. Hold on, bro. No way. No. Yes. Oh, bro. Oh, it's about to murk this thing. Yo, yes. This is the we talked about this like 2 months ago with GJ, and we're finally doing that fucking move.
That move we talked about. Yeah.
Yes, we talked about that. Damn. So remember we were like, yo, I think GJ like super bullish.
Yeah.
But okay. Oh shit. Okay. Hold on. No. Weekly. Yes. Okay. This is what I was saying. So this makes a lot of sense when we half shift it. So watch this, right? All this now looks like a what? A stop run to take some sort of liquidity or something, right? Now we
Yeah.
understand what Q3 did. We understand what the Friday did on the fractal week. Now, when you look at this here, right? And I just taught you about half shifting. We're up one. That's why it looks weird. Okay, we just up one. But when you look at it like this now, all this just looks like, yo, I'm only going down to like fuck with some liquidity type shit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because then what the fuck is all of this? I mean, weeks, bro. This is 1, 2, and 3 weeks and shit. That's not
Mm.
no little return.
Yeah.
This shit crazy, right? Now watch. I'm gonna eat a game on this one. All right, we on one today. We are on a roll. All right, here we go. Now peep my vibe, right? So if this is the I'm half shifted right now. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, yo, if I'm half shifted, only by 0.5, you're coming from a half shift low. We're definitely about to reach this equilibrium here, the half shift equilibrium, which is a high of some go back level or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now, outside of that, though, I'm looking at this more importantly. So, how we had it half shifted like that, my guy, that makes me feel like that's why I zoomed out to see like where we are in reality. But, bro, we're so like low on like the whole GJ history that we need to start considering this here as buy side liquidity whether we want to swing towards this. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then ultimately, you have like again, I'm upshifted, right? So watch. So you have a high here, but I think when we break that, I think it's not a problem for us to, maybe consolidate or probably do some bullshit around here for a little bit, right? And then cause some buy side liquidity here. Cause do you have a whole imbalance that's not even taken, bro? What the fuck? There's so much shit bullish, it's not even funny. Here. Don't even need this anymore. Here, yep, that makes sense. So for GJ, I'm looking for this is a really, really bullish candle. It's going to run above this high here. We're not going to do it. Today's Friday. If we don't do this by the end of Asia sessions today, or my bad, if we don't do this by end of market today, it's going to just wick this candle out, start next week, and then be energetic to take this out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if not, it's going to go down further to then distribute higher and then just keep going. He just wants to do that first. So it's either one, either quick spike of this high and down, or we go down, down, and then slow spike, slow spike, slow spike, or medium intermediate speed with the spikes. Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm also looking at real quick is this imbalance is not filled. So we can only really reasonably aim for this first because there's nothing else above this high and that. This is the only area that we can really logically take our orders off first, unless it makes new liquidity. But this is a logical area here. This is the July 22nd, which is nothing but 22, 23, 24, 25, 27. With nothing but 29. Uh, wait, really? Wait, is that really? 7 plus 22 is what? What?
29.
And so you know what that is.
What's that liquidity void?
You
Yep.
already know, my guy. Feel me?
Yeah.
You already know. So why do you think that candle looks like this? Monday, July 22nd.
Oh shit,
That's fucked
man.
up, ain't it? Makes an
Yeah.
imbalance. And we just
Wow.
talked about what? Liquidity boys do what? Means they take forever. They do what? They
I
fill.
didn't even think of the date.
I'm all over this motherfucker, man. I'm on the calendar with it too. You feel me? Precious is
Yeah.
good with that one too. She's real hip with that, the calendar, and like outlining certain things by certain, you know what I'm saying? She
Oh
knows.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. Let me jump on to my next one real quick. And if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. Okay.
Okay. Appreciate it. I'll hit you up. Book another.
Okay.
All right.
And yeah, I'll let you know how many sessions we have left. And it's still a good amount. I think it's like
Yeah. I think it's about six.
six or
Six.
yeah, I think it's 6 or 7. So I'll triple check. And yeah, if you want, it'd be the same price for like the another set. If you would like another set, it'd just be the same price.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But but yeah, bro. So I think that going into this, we're gonna try and go for a swing type of move, and then also intraday trade it as well to get to basically I'm going for buys until we get there is where I'm at.
right there. Yeah.
So okay,
All right. Enjoy your day.
you
I'll
too,
holler back.
man. I will see you in a little bit, my guy.
All right now.
All right, that was fun.